Hello, brunchers.
Hello,
YouTubers.
Let me get this camera right. Hold on. Put it back. It always goes up closer once we start recording. Okay.
Yeah. Hello, brunchers.
Hello, YouTubers.
Yeah.
Again.
So this is our monthly
YouTube broadcast.
YouTube broadcast where we talk about our top 5. So today, our top 5, we are talking about the most eclectic restaurants that we've visited thus far. It's not over thus far. So we are going to start with one that we both agreed on. We both had on our list.
I would consider it our number 1 of the 5, wouldn't you?
Yeah, very close. Very close.
Well, I'm going to say this. I'm just going to make this statement here. We're not saying that any of these restaurants are better than the other one. They're our top favorite. So it could be in any order. It just depends on how you're viewing it. It could be the decor, it could be the food, it could be the environment, or it could be the price that makes it in our top 5.
Yes.
So it could be any aspect of these things, but they're in our top 5.
Yes, they are top 5 eclectic restaurants that we visited thus far.
And out of our list that we compiled separately, the one that we agreed upon that both of us had on our list was I Declare.
And if you remember, we just recently visited I Declare.
As a matter of fact, last weekend.
Last week, that's right.
Yes.
And it was an awesome experience. Some of the things that really stood out for me with I Declare was the whole Southern bell.
The Southern flair. It was like and the work that they put into the persona,
whole image.
Persona, a really thought out persona. You can tell they put a lot of thought into the detail of the restaurant. When you walk in, they have books attached to the wall, to open to certain
images as well,
and anything that you could think of that Southern is in that restaurant.
And what really connected with me was the bird cages, because I relate that to movies that I've seen that where it's being filmed in Louisiana or Mississippi, the bird cages with a chicken inside of it. So I connect that to Southern.
And for me, it was the brocaded chairs and curtains, because I remember my grandmother having really fancy brocaded furniture and curtains. That was her thing, and like they covered that furniture up so you couldn't mess it up. But I Declare was Southern, what I described as Southern eclectic. A lot of thought putting it, like I said again, putting into the persona, being considered the black sheep of the family, but still being well read and well educated and well traveled. And it was just a mishmash of everything Southern you could think of. Like she said, from the bird cages to the brocade chairs and draperies. Matched china, you know, all the china didn't match. It wasn't the same color or same shape. And then the mannequin hands, which people would consider weird, but they had a section where mannequin hands were coming from the wall, and they were holding everything from fishing poles to hairbrushes. And
a lot of different quotes, Southern quotes and sayings as well on the wall and on the table.
And the fact that I Declare is not also a name, it's a statement. You can say Ida.
I Declare.
Or I Declare is really hot out here today. You know? So that was that was the one that we both had on both of our lists. So we're pretty much in agreement on that one.
Yeah. And it was really fun. And our server, she was so informative, Taylor. I remember her name.
We can't forget
my name. So it was such a great experience. So I Declare. And then our next part of the top 5, and like she said, it's no specific, the order does not determine
who's the best or who's the least of the best.
This is just composition of our favorite. So the Abbey. Now, the Abbey, what was really stood out for the Abbey is that it was all about bringing the English experience to basically, we were in Denton.
Yes, because when you think of a pub, you always think Irish. But this was the English spin on
it. Or English, Irish. I mean, it's all Europe. So, but the tables were church pews. So that was fun in itself. as well as the English decor, the bar, the whole setup.
The flags that were on the wall and all of that, yeah.
And then the food offerings. So with the traditional English breakfast, it's served with baked beans.
Yeah.
And so it was real, and they were pretty good too. I'm not a bean eater, but because I wanted to really experience the English breakfast, so and they were pretty good. And then the entire breakfast, and then of course the pot pies,
yes,
which are, you know, it's all homemade, and you know, it's not your frozen pot pie, which I'm used to Banquet, but they actually have the meat pie. So that whole experience was great.
Yes. And then one of my top picks for Eclectic,
yes,
was Bird Cafe. Now, Bird Cafe, the decor is not really eclectic. It's very historical. It's a really nice building in the downtown Fort Worth area. The reason I picked Bird Cafe is because of the menu. The menu was very eclectic. First of all, it was our first experience with the gastropub.
Right.
And it's a high-end gastropub, but they had a lot of flair to the naming their dishes on their menu, their drinks, extensive drink menu, extensive beer menu. And so, like I said again, not for the decor per se, but for the menu. It was our first experience with gastropubs. And the menu had eclectic items such as house-made muesli, which is what is another form of porridge. I guess it would be the German form of porridge, maybe.
That's what
muesli
sounds like,
German. And it's like oats and grains mashed up with fresh fruits. So house-made muesli, who serves that? I don't know. Do you know anybody?
Yeah. No, that was our first experience there. And also their drink menu.
Yes.
A lot of organic and a lot of herbs.
Yes.
Lots of herbs.
A lot of grown herbs. They probably grew themselves. They also rabbit pot pie.
Yeah.
Yeah, so who's serving that? A dish called Mother and Child Reunion, which it has a fried chicken breast with the poached egg and some grits. You know, you're reuniting the child with his mother. You're going to eat both of them.
And just to remind you, gastropub, it's a pub that specializes in serving high quality food. Yeah. So that was definitely the definition.
And then they had other items on the list, such as hen eggs, duck eggs, pulled goat, and a brunch drink with coffee called Hair of a Dog.
Yes, I remember that.
And that doesn't sound very enticing, but it will pique your interest to try it. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I picked it for my eclectic, because of the menu, how they made it odd. They made it to be an odd menu, not just something that everything stood out.
It gives you a different take on brunch. Yeah. And that's why we do this.
Yeah.
You know, it's to get a different take on brunch. Thank God everyone doesn't serve the same thing.
Yes.
I love the imagination.
Yes. And the thought process that goes into it, because a lot of people put a lot of thought process into, you know, making sure that your brunch is an experience and not just you coming to eat fancy, expensive breakfast.
And that's such a great thing. It shows that you really love what you do. So now my next pick is Will Hoyt's. And if you remember Will Hoyt's, one of the things that really stood out for Will Hoyt's was the fact that there is a T-model car suspended from the ceiling over the buffet. It's buffet style.
Yes.
So it used to be a garage, a car garage, where they repair.
Let's not forget to mention that they are located in old downtown Grapevine.
Yes.
Grapevine. So that itself is different, because you don't hear about Grapevine too much, except if you're going to the Wine Fest or the Outlet.
Right.
So
yeah.
For you to hear about it for a restaurant, that's, you know, especially for brunch. Yeah.
So Will Hoyt's, I mean, really, that's enough. There is a whole
actual T-model car. And the history of it is that it used to be a car garage.
Right.
It was the actual car garage where they repair cars, and they turned it into a restaurant. So if that's not eclectic, I don't know what is.
Right. Very eclectic. Yeah. So, and the people there were really nice.
Yeah.
So I enjoyed that. The food was good.
The buffet was good. Yeah. And then my next pick was TBD Kitchen. And TBD Kitchen, first of all, the name. It started out as To Be Determined. And it went on to be changed into something else. And we forgot what the waitress told us. But I think it was called either Tacos and Butterflies or Tacos Beer.
Yeah.
And I forgot what the D stand for. But that itself was interesting. But what really made this one stand out for me is that the location is in the middle of this neighborhood with very high-end homes.
I mean, million dollar
homes. The view is just beautiful. It's a lake, it's a park, people riding their bikes, playing frisbee with their dogs. And then you have this TBD Kitchen, which is a very welcoming neighborhood spot that you wouldn't expect to be in this neighborhood.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that in itself makes it out of the ordinary.
Yeah. That was definitely right there.
And it's great for families or just friends hanging out.
Very spacious. Very spacious. Because we were on the patio and the music was awesome. They were playing reggae music.
Reggae music in a Mexican, like Hispanic food restaurant.
Right, yeah.
And so that also makes it eclectic. And the decor of the place, the bar was very, like I said, it's very welcoming. With you going into a high-end area like that, you would think that it would be a high-end place, but not taken away from that. That makes it, to me, more that is more welcoming, makes it more feasible for me to actually want to go there and visit it. Yeah, and then they had paper menus, and then they had metal stadium seats that they turned into bar stools.
Right, yeah.
And if I'm not mistaken, they even had seatbelts on them, didn't there? Something like that. Yeah.
It was really neat.
And they made them into bar stools. And then the art was it reminded you of Cinco de Mayo art and decor. And then the one thing that we didn't get to try that I thought really stood out on the menu was the street margarita. Now it comes in a glass, but like inside that glass, it's a Ziploc bag.
Oh,
and you put the straw in the Ziploc bag. So
we have to go back to that because I actually saw that on the Chew.
Yeah.
On the Chew. So we have to go back and try that.
So a street margarita in a Ziploc bag.
Yeah.
So that made it out of the ordinary for me, which is my definition of eclectic is out of the ordinary. It doesn't have like a one standard of style. It takes a whole bunch of things from different areas and puts it all together in one.
It's not traditional. It's unconventional. It's outside the box.
Yes.
And that's always a neat experience.
Yes.
And then so my last one is Flight, which it's outside or actually right connected to Eagle Mountain Lake. So we were
on the lake.
Yeah, it's on the lake. So we were brunching on the lake. And it was a wonderful experience. They were very accommodating, even though the buffet was not as diverse as
some of the other ones
that we've experienced.
It puts it at the top 5 because of the experience and the view and the service. The service was excellent. We had an excellent server, and even the chef. I can't eat eggs with the yolk, so he actually went back and made me egg whites, and it wasn't as if it was. Oh goodness! Yeah, here we go with this person.
Yeah, oh, no problem. I can get that for you. So it made for a great experience, and then the water always makes you feel calm.
Yes.
So that was out of the ordinary. I don't think we've ever eaten on the lake.
No,
or off the lake.
That's the only place we ate by the water.
Yeah, by the lake, and that was Eagle Mountain Lake. So it was a beautiful experience.
So that kind of wraps up our top 5. Next month we'll have another one, which will be February. So romantic spots.
So we'll have our top 5 romantic spots. And the great thing about next week, it will be right before Thanksgiving. I'm sorry, Thanksgiving, Lord. It'll be right before Valentine's Day.
So you'll have some ideas of where to take your sweetie pie.
Options. Yeah. Oh, I mean, and we've been to some pretty
nice
fantastic places. So you will definitely want to watch next week or next month for February. I believe it's February 11th.
Yeah, we always do the second Sunday of every month. So we always do our YouTube video.
Yeah,
top five. Top 5.
So as always, thank you for looking, liking, sharing, and following us. We so appreciate it. Thank you for just wanting to be a part of what we do. We really appreciate it, and we want it to be bigger. So thank you so much for watching.
And then we will see you guys next week if you watch us on Facebook on
when
our
you watch us.
Video. So pay attention and see where we pop up next week.
Because you never know.
You never know. Same time, around the same time.
Right.
Never the same place.
Never the same place.
So we'll thank you again, and we're going to get out of here, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video, and make sure, please feel free to leave your input.
Yes, please.
And leave comments, because we're looking for more places. We have a long list, but the list will never be too long.
Yes, and make sure that when you visit the locations that we've shared with you, that you let them know that Let's Brunch sent you.
All right, guys. Bye. See you later. Bye.